Namaskar on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Venus, which on March 7th is going to enter the sign of Aquarius, and from March 7th till March 30th, it's going to be strengthened over there. So definitely guys, this transit will become very important for all those people in whose case, like you're born on the 6th of any month, 15th of any month, 24th of any month, either your moon sign or your ascendant sign is Taurus or Libra, or your moon nakshatra is Purva Falguni, Bharni or Purva Shadha, or Venus is right now active in your life in a form that you're going through the Antardasha or Pratantar Dasha of Venus, or you are in a profession being ruled by the Venus, like working in the fields of PR, advertising, fashion, interior decor and all, then definitely this transit will become very important for you. Now guys, when we talk about from the point of view of the sign where Venus is going to be transiting, so during this year it is a little bit special because once Venus will enter the sign of Aquarius, it is going to first of all get conjunct with a planet which is well placed in its own territory. See, the case is Saturn is going to be combust, but just because Saturn in itself attains exaltation in the sign ruled by Venus. So somehow when Venus will enter the sign of Aquarius, it is going to be getting introduced to a planetary presence over there, which will definitely make Venus function well. Venus will definitely going to be in a condition or state to deliver or produce very good results, because guys, Aquarius is a very innovative, is a very friendship oriented zodiac sign, and those all are the qualities where Venus also finds itself at home. So I mean to say, not only when Venus is going to be placed in the Aquarius, but along with that, right after this, Venus is going to be heading towards its sign of exaltation. So overall guys, I would say this thing that this transit of Venus in the Aquarius, and if Venus is in a governing condition in your life right now, it is active in the Dasha as well, and your field is connected with Venus, so then definitely this transit can actually produce some very good results in your life. So, and guys, when we talk about the remedies connected with the planet Venus, we always say this thing: stay respectful towards females, recitation of the Siddha Kunjika Sutram or Shri Suktam, or offering, donating white things at any place of religious importance. And along with that, see, if you actually want to strengthen your Venus, so wherever you are sitting, you are working, cleanliness becomes very important. And I always say this thing: make use of fragrance. And because Venus is going in the Aquarius sign, so the more you will socialize, you will stand a better chance to generate some new opportunity for you. So yes guys, after that, and like the way I already mentioned this thing, it is going to be getting briefly conjunct with the planet Sun over here, although Venus is not going to get combust. And Mars also very soon is going to be entering in the sign of Aquarius. So overall, from the Venus's point of view, I'm not seeing much of the affliction or vulnerability, but yes, it could be a exception case for Venus, but other planets are definitely going to be in a war zone, regarding which we will have a separate discussion. So okay guys, now we will shift our discussion to the customized results for all the rising signs. So guys, starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So definitely guys, in your case, Venus has got a rulership over your second house of finances and seventh house of partnership, your commercial interest. And in the transit, Venus is going to enter your 11th house, which can be seen as a very good indication. So that in itself tells about that if any of your aspiration right now is connected with the domain of the Venus. So Venus is actually entering the house of your wish fulfillment. So I would say this thing that for all those people who are single, this will be a very good transit from running into someone or getting into some relationship kind of commitment thing and all. The transit of Venus is actually proving to be very fruitful for you. Also guys, from the commercial and monetary benefit point of view as well, for having a very enjoyable social life, connecting well with your friends and all, and even for the upliftment of your reputation, or females playing a pivotal role over there, a very supportive role over there, this transit of Venus in your 11th house for the Aries Lagna native is going to be a very good news. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that Venus becomes your ascendant lord, so its transit will definitely become very important for you. And now it is going to be entering your 10th house and going to get conjunct with your Karaka planet Saturn over there in the 10th house. So definitely guys, all the ascendant lord's energy and the 6th house energy is going in the matters of your 10th house. So let's say for example guys, because see, the whole combination is happening in this way that your planet Mercury is also going to be around the same time only is going to get debilitated in your 11th house. And that is the only reason at the time of the monthly transit I mentioned this thing, that do not rely too much on the word of the friends. But the good part is that there is a strong possibility of your work to shine. So I would say this thing, that whatsoever you are like hard bent on doing during this time, try to rely on your own skills. It will be much better for you. And let's say for example in your line of work like socialization, presentation, or you are the face of any brand or something, this is going to be a very good time for you to kind of give your perspective, give, like the way we say this thing, that 10th house act as a platform, as a foundation. You might be a very good talented actor, but you need a break to showcase your talent, right? And that break and showcase and platform generally comes from the 10th house. So in a way guys, this entry of Venus in your 10th house, being your ascendant lord, is going to be a very good news. And I would say this thing, that there's a strong possibility that if you're out of job, able to land at a job, or able to get the support of people at your work front, like you could actually play the role of a very good messenger during this time, a very good peacemaker as well. Let's say for example, if you will be put forth in a very conflicting situation where you have to bridge the gap between very conflicting people, so you will be able to do your job in a very efficient way. So good transit for the Taurus Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus being your 5th house and the 12th house lord is going to enter your 9th house. So definitely guys, the transit of Venus in the 9th house is like bases the sign and bases the role which it plays for your Lagna is going to be a very good news. So guys, like let's say for example, you have to write any competitive exam, or during this time only any of the concerns of visa, immigration, overseas education related concern and all, the transit is actually going to be very supportive for you. Also guys, because the planetary presence or the role which Venus plays for you. So if you have to give any artistic creative performance, or let's say for example any of the work related travel undertaken by you during this time, will be very kind of very relaxing, very uplifting for the Gemini Lagna natives. Now guys, for the Cancer Lagna natives, definitely guys, a lot many planets during this month are transiting from your 8th house, and now Venus is going to be a part of that. So yes guys, very soon Mars will also enter your 8th house, and with the combination of planets getting concentrated in your 8th house, so I would say this thing, that during this time any support of your friend can suddenly connect you with some very big opportunity, that is for sure, because Venus has got a rulership over your 11th house, your 4th house as well, and 4th house has to do with the public, 11th house is the house of our connection, friends. In the 8th house, Aquarius also is the 11th house energy only from the Kal Purush Kundli. So I would say this thing, that some sudden change of scenario, change of circumstances where friends might play a important role, those sort of energies are getting triggered up for the Cancer Lagna natives. Now definitely guys, stand alone, Venus might be in a good state to give you results, but once Mars is going to enter your 8th house as well, and if your personality is very prone towards indulgences and very hedonistic lifestyle and all, so over there I would like warn you guys against doing all those unethical things, I would say. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely Venus is your 3rd house and the 10th house lord, and in the monthly transit it is going to enter your 7th house, and it's going to get conjunct with a very well placed Saturn over there. So now guys, as you know this thing, that 10th house lord going to the 10th from its original placement is called as the Bhavat Bhavam combination. So in this regard, it is a very good news that let's say for example, for any of the hard work done by you in the past, so during this time you might be able to reap the reward of that, for upliftment of your public image, more commercial opportunities, all those people who have been single for long, standing a chance to get into some new romantic relationship, or if you are a freelance skilled person during this time, if you have to give any public performances and all, so the entry of Venus in your 7th house will definitely support you. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, now as you can see that Venus has got a rulership over your 2nd house and the 9th house, and in the transit it is going to enter your 6th house. So guys, in the original Kalpurush Kundli, 6th house transit of Venus could be good for doing a job with complete dedication, focus. But when we talk about the enjoyable and pleasurable side of the Venus, that somehow suffers. Now because it is going to get conjunct with well placed Saturn over there as well. So I am very much sure that lot many Virgo Lagna natives are going to be very much occupied with their daily duties and responsibilities. Nothing would be better than that if in your line of work you are operating in the domain of the Venus, of the health, fitness, nutrition, sports industry and all. So those people can still get benefited. My recommendation is still going to be lot many planets transiting from your 6th house. Stay very cautious, very alert in the matters of the any credit or loan related situation, whether you are in a dire need, because whenever planets are transiting in this situation, so you get the money very easily, but when you have to pay back, then a lot many times people suffer because they end up taking more money than their capacity to return back. So this could be whether from your own point of view or walking extra mile to help others, lending your money to others. So you have to be little bit careful with so many planets transiting from the 6th house. You have to be little bit careful over there. But yes guys, for putting your heart and soul, being very well guided and mentored by your seniors, by your teachers, your bosses and all, regarding that front, it is a good transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, definitely guys, your ascendant lord transiting in the 5th house is a very good news. Guys, you know this thing, we are sitting in the March, and like after next month only, after April, your Jupiter is going to leave your 7th house as well. So your ascendant lord going with his full force in the 5th house of love, romance, and with Jupiter being already there in the 7th house. So this is the last knock on your window. If you are single, to get into some matrimonial bond, relationship, meet someone like-minded and all. So my recommendation is that whatsoever you can do, whatsoever is possible from your end, where we talk about like, you know, going out on dates or setting up your any of the dating or matrimonial profile, updating your account and all. So my recommendation is that this month is going to be very fruitful, auspicious, pertaining to the matters of love, romance, relationship. And guys, the way your ascendant lord is going and Jupiter is in a strengthened state, Saturn is in a strengthened state, here I'm not only talking about some hookup kind of energy, here I'm talking about someone with a sustainable potential for the future. And second thing is that guys, definitely if you are connected with art, entertainment, media, you have to write any competitive exam or something to do with you know, it's like where you are the face of something, or we say this thing that 5th house is all about where the world revolves around us. So I would say this thing that for the enhancement of your prestige, your reputation and all, and that sort of charm around you, so and doing something very innovative, original, and being very much consciously aware towards your spiritual duties and responsibilities as well, being able to give and allot good time to your children, to your family, to your partner. So overall guys, it's a very uplifting transit for the Libra Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, Venus becomes your 7th house and the 12th house lord, and it is going to now transiting in your 4th house. And just because Venus gets the directional strength in the 4th house as well. So regarding this front, it is a very good news. Specifically if you're connected with the interior decor, high-end luxury decor or public domain, this could be a very supportive transit for you. During this time, definitely your partner will play a very pivotal role in making you feel like being well taken care of or finding that solace in the company of your partner and all. Regarding that front, it is a supportive transit. So overall guys, for the domestic harmony or for all those people who are professionally operating in the domain of the 4th house, you are like dealing in the automobile spare parts, or you have a car showroom or something, you are in a aviation, hotels business and all. So for all those people, it is going to be very supportive transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus has got a rulership over your 6th house and the 11th house, and now in the transit it is going to enter your third house. So definitely guys, for all the influencers, social media expert and all, freelance people and all, it is going to be a very uplifting transit filled with scope of lot many opportunities in your favor. Chances are very strong that you will be able to materialize them as well. Third house has also to do with our hobbies, with our friends, with our connections, short journeys, travels. All these are the activities which Venus also takes a lot of interest and pleasure in. So overall guys, your friends, your younger siblings, they will prove to be very supportive. And I would say this thing that if during this time only you have to give any important performance, go on any important meetings, sign any contract and all, so things looks like to be very supportive, promising for you. Now guys, for the Capricorn Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see this thing that your Venus is your Yokaraka planet, being your 5th house and the 10th house lord, and now it is going to be transiting in your 2nd house. So I always say this thing that whatsoever planet transit to your 2nd house, if your business, your income is connected with that planet, it contributes. So if your income is connected with entertainment business, music industry, something to do with the hotel or high-end luxury decor businesses and all, so this entry of Venus in your 2nd house will prove to be very supportive for you. And also guys, it's a very good news specifically in your professional realm or professional front as well. Like definitely if you're in your line of work, like standing a chance of some sudden opportunity or being considered for any revised package, remuneration, consideration and all, it's going to be a very supportive transit. And I would say this thing that if you have invested in stock market, trading, any of the investments done by you in the past, they can suddenly generate some very sudden stupendous returns as well. So regarding that front as well guys, it is a very supportive transit. And definitely whenever Venus is transiting from the 2nd house, and with the way lot many planets are concentrated around it during this time, your ascendant lord being a part of that, so also there is a very strong possibility that you might be a part of some social gathering where all the family members are like joining up to celebrate some auspicious event or celebrate some wedding, some festival or something. So overall it's a very uplifting transit for the Capricorn Lagna natives. Even from the point of view of love, romance, spending quality time with your family, loved ones, it's a good transit. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna, definitely guys, in your case, Venus becomes a Yokaraka planet, having a rulership over your 4th house and the 9th house, and in the transit, it is going to enter your 1st house, getting conjunct with your ascendant lord being very well placed over there. So guys, definitely it's a very good news for the Aquarius Lagna natives in this regard that when we talk about something to do with, like, let's say for example, you have to give any performances and all in your line of work, you have to go for lot many public meetings and all, because whatsoever planet is transiting from the 1st house, the energy and attribute of that planet gets perceived and experienced in our persona, in our personality. So definitely people will experience that glitter, that charm in your persona. Regarding that front, it's a very good news. Second thing is that, let's say for example, you are trying hard for any visa, immigration related concern, you're trying hard to get rid of any old property or any of the concerns of buying a new vehicle during this time. So regarding that front as well, because Venus is going to get conjunct with Saturn, which is a good news for some long-term investments as well, which generally we see from the 4th house, vehicle, housing concerns and all. So regarding that front, now definitely whether you are going there in that direction as a buyer or you are professionally working in that domain, so overall it is going to be very supportive time for lot many people. And also guys, because 9th house lord is going to be transiting in your 1st house, and lot many planets are now coming out of your 12th house, like Mars is coming out of your 12th house. So definitely guys, it's a very uplifting time. Luck is supporting you. My recommendation, take the chance. Omens, circumstances, life will definitely support you. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see this thing that Venus is not a very favorable planet for you. It has got a rulership over your 3rd house and the 8th house, and now in the transit it is going to enter your 12th house. So guys, first thing is that, see, you have to understand this thing that Rahu is right now transiting from your 1st house. Whenever Rahu is transiting from the 1st house, it makes us very prone and vulnerable towards infection, allergy, being a victim of any politics and all of that. And along with that, 3rd house lord going in the 12th house, that in itself means that if you have to sign any contract, any agreement, you have to be very careful. Do not blindly rely on the word of someone. And definitely guys, it's a typical yoga where generally people get those scam calls and they get scammed into something. And because guys, you know this thing that Venus is going to get conjunct with Saturn as well, so the impact is going to have a long-term implications, consequences attached to them. So my recommendation, follow proper caution and care in the matters or attributes of the third house. Now definitely guys, if you are operating in a field where we talk about any of the all those, see, because Mars Venus combination from the 12th house generally gives rise to all those activities which are very forbidden, hidden, very taboo kind of hedonistic kind of activities. So definitely for indulgences, pleasure and all, this is going to be a very good time for all those people. Any of your concerns, if they are aligned with the foreign land, so and now Venus is going to enter your 12th house where Saturn is transiting from a long span of time. So I would say this thing that you will be able to materialize some important connection who might help you. So for enjoyment, pleasure, behind the scene activities, this could be a good transit. But for all those people who are like working very hard and they want to protect themselves, protect their prestige, their dignity and all of that, so my recommendation is that doing the remedies connected with the planet Venus, doing the donation of the planet Venus, like donating white things on Friday. This could be to a place of religious importance or to the needy people as well, like sweets, milk based items and all of that. You should consider doing that. Recitation of the Siddha Kunjika Sutram Shri Suktam is something which the Pisces Lagna natives should consider. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.